Alright, so would I recommend Dispatch? The short answer is yes if you're looking for something that's relaxing but at the same time extremely entertaining, but stick around to the end if you want to hear my final thoughts. So Dispatch is a game that is extremely reminiscent of the old Telltale games like The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. The game could honestly have Telltale's logo written on it and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference while playing through it. And the first thing that I noticed really early on was this game's writing. I couldn't give the game any more praise for just how well written it is. The game knows what it wants to be, and that's super apparent early on. I think one of the things the devs have done well here is how good they've done their humour. There were so many moments the game made me laugh out loud, which doesn't really happen often for me in video games, or even movies for that matter. Not only that, but the devs also knew when to make things serious. There are some really serious moments in the game, and they really put an emphasis on it to make you feel the sense of dread that the character, your character, Robert, feels. It surprised me with how well written the game is with all the choices that you make. Most choices you make actually make a difference, and a lot of the choices can have really big story implications. And I'm talking about some of the choices you make can change the whole fabric of how you play your game. It's pretty amazing the way they do it and how they make it all feel so natural. Not one time throughout the whole time I was playing this game did any of the choices I make feel out of place, which is super important in a game like this. If they don't do things like this right in a game like this, it'll make or break it. So for most of the time you spend playing Dispatch, you're actually not really playing, you're just watching cutscenes. There's not actually any part of this game where you get up and walk around. All the moments you see of your character are cutscenes, but you're constantly engaged with it because of how good the story is, and the game puts you in hard scenarios where you have to make a quick decision which will lead to something big. But that's not all there is to this game. You're a dispatcher, so you have a team full of supervillains, almost like the Suicide Squad, but they're trying to turn their lives around, and your job is to sit at a computer and basically send them out to help people in the city, almost like an ambulance call center. But you have to be careful with how you pick things and who to send. Each of your characters have a different set of skills, and you have to read what the person needs help with, and try to decide who to send and who will be right for that job. Not only do you have to manage that, but these jobs all have time limits, and your heroes also have a few seconds of rest time after they finish a job, so you can't just send them on another job straight after. This is good because it forces you into thinking about whether or not you need to save a hero for a certain job. And when I first started, I wasn't sure I'd like the gameplay system of it, but I ended up loving it. I think it's super cool and super tense, and it always has you on edge. It's very unique where I can't really remember if any other game has attempted to do something like that. I just like it and I think it's cool. One thing I'd like to give a big raps to is the voice acting. The cast that they've picked to voice the characters of this game are just amazing. Every voice actor plays a character perfectly, and that's saying something because all the characters are really, really different. One in particular I'd need to give props to is your main character, Robert. Aaron Paul does more than just do this character justice, he makes you really root for him all game. He somehow manages to make him feel depressed and down all game while also cracking jokes in certain moments. But he also never lets the character feel like he's straying away from who he's supposed to be. I don't want to spoil too much with the characters because I think it's something you would need to be witnessing yourself, so I'm not going to say much on this. One criticism you might have for the game, which is going to be a minor nitpick, and for me it wasn't really a problem whatsoever, is the game can feel pretty short. But I've been putting that down to the fact that the game definitely has replay value. I've only played it through one time, but after I finished, thoughts were constantly going through my head on how different things could have been if I had just made a different choice here or there. For me, that just tells you that this game is really well constructed. Besides that, I really can't think of anything bad to say about this game, which is a clear sign that this game is really, really well made. Another thing that I want to mention quickly, and I can't show you anything here because I really don't want to get copyright struck, but that's the music. The music to this game couldn't have been any better, and every bit of music felt like it suited every scene, and I found myself really listening in and loving every moment of it.
We're not looking for miracles, but we'd love one if we could get it. Can you show him his desk?
So would I recommend? I mean, it's pretty obvious, yes, I definitely would. And if you're looking for a game where you can come home after work or school and chill out for a few hours, then there's no better game than this one. It's honestly like watching an interactive movie, but one with a really great story. It had me engaged with it the whole time and I couldn't wait to get back on and play some more after work every day. And for me, that's what it's all about. I'm really hoping they make Dispatch 2 or Episode 2, or whatever they're going to call it. I just want more of this story and these characters. Check this one out if you haven't already, and I promise you, if you're into games like Telltale games, you're not going to be disappointed with this one. Alright guys, that's my review of Dispatch. Now I want to know, have you guys played Dispatch, and what did you think about it? Or are you going to check it out? Let me know in the comments below, and let's have a conversation about it all. If you guys liked this video, press like, and if you didn't, you can dislike. Any criticism helps me here. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video.